Hey there, my friend. Welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. And today's video is going to be some real talk. I want to talk about what I think is perhaps the number one not discussed secret that helps people succeed with their health and fitness. And it has nothing to do with foods. It has nothing to do with exercise. It has everything to do with feedback loops. So what a feedback loop is if we have a goal and we're trying to move forward in life, in any area, health, fitness, creating wealth, raising our kids properly, a feedback loop is something that gives us feedback on how we're progressing and gives us a chance to course correct. This is essentially what the modern school system is. We teach our kids a particular subject, they take a test, and then they get a grade. That grade is ultimately some form of a feedback loop that says, do you know the material or not? And if you get an A, that's a feedback loop that says, yes, you have a good grasp. If you get an F, it's a feedback loop that says, no, you probably don't have a good grasp. It works well through schooling. It works well in many other areas of life. A lot of our jobs have performance feedback loops, performance reviews and stuff like this. The problem is we haven't applied that exact same concept to our fitness. Very few people have proper feedback loops. So when we want to lose weight and we want to move forward with living healthier, we need to create these feedback loops for us. Something that gives us feedback on how our efforts are working. Are they working well for us? If so, we'll keep on doing more of what's working. If they're not working well for us, it gives us the opportunity to change course and direction, change our strategies, and realign things. So there are many different kinds of feedback loops that you can have in your life, and we make it a top priority in our programs to integrate these feedback loops from day number one so people learn this stuff. So if your goal is to lose weight, one of the easiest feedback loops you can possibly have is, drumroll please, weighing yourself. Over the last few years, there's been a big pushback against people saying, oh, you shouldn't weigh yourself. Don't get caught up on the scale. And I agree with that stuff. You don't want to tie up your self-worth and your success in the number on the scale, but at the same time, to say that that number is not important is disregarding one of the best feedback loops possible. So what we have our program members do is weigh themselves consistently. And the reason this is important is because as you're doing positive behaviors and you weigh yourself, you're getting this positive feedback loop. Because you're doing the right things, your weight is starting to decrease on the scale. That is a positive feedback loop that's reinforcing your good behaviors. And on the flip side, let's say you've normally been doing well and you've seen that, man, I've been losing 2-3 pounds consistently every single week. I'm getting this positive feedback loop. And then you go out to dinner with some friends that are in town, you eat a whole bunch of stuff that you probably shouldn't have, and the next day you weigh yourself and you're up 2-3 pounds. That is a feedback loop. It is a negative feedback loop, which is actually positive in the sense that it's a little whip on your butt that says, hey man, you did this. This is what happened to the metric that we're tracking towards your goals. This is your chance to go realign. So if we can use something like the scale weight, which is just one example of the feedback loops we're going to discuss in this video, it helps us stay on track. Because the danger of not doing this is not having any visibility in feedback loops. Then you have no idea if the efforts you're putting in are actually giving you return in line with what you're trying to create. So if you never weighed yourself, you don't exactly know if your stuff is moving you in the right direction. Sure, you may feel a little better. Your clothes fitting better is a kind of form of a physical feedback loop, but something like the scale is really important. Another type of feedback loop that we put into our programs that I think is very valuable for people to do is what we call like an MFS, which every Monday, Friday, and Sunday, there's a little bit of reflection we do. So particularly, let's look at the Sunday. The Sunday feedback loop is we reflect on the past week. How did stuff go with our nutrition and exercise? How consistent were we? Did we have any slip-ups? Was there anything we learned that was very good? Just doing a little bit of journaling, for example, on Sunday to reflect on what happened the past week is a feedback loop. Because we can see, you know, I didn't actually schedule my workouts this week, and I found that I got so busy I didn't get them in. I was supposed to do 3 workouts, I only got 1 in, and now on Sunday I have this feedback loop to say, okay, what am I going to do differently next week to make sure I get it in? Well, I think I'm actually going to plan these workouts into my schedule. Next week I'm going to work out on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. These are my days, they're in the calendar, boom. So we have this feedback loop on Sunday of reflection that gives us the ability to be more proactive the next day, which is amazing. That's going to help us be more consistent. Other feedback loops we like to take is going to doctors for blood work, right? You can get blood work once every, let's just say 3 to 6 months, and then you can see that's a positive feedback loop if your stuff's improving or if it's not improving. We want to create these feedback loops in our lives. And it's not to be punitive. It's not to say you got an F on the test or an A on the test. It's to give you data. It's to give you feedback that can help guide your future decisions. Because if we don't have this visibility, then we're ultimately going to kind of be in this nebulous thing where we don't know if our efforts are successful, and then we're not as motivated. On the flip side, if we do have proper feedback loops and we feel our efforts are aligned, then we feel a lot more motivated and we move forward. Or if our efforts are not aligned and we realize that, it gives us a chance to course correct and not waste time and spin our wheels. So feedback loops are essential. No matter what diet you follow, no matter workout plan you choose to follow, you need to create these in your lives. They can come in many different forms. The scale, how your clothes are fitting, blood work from your doctor, a Sunday reflection on your week past. All these things are great feedback loops. The key is making an intentional structure in your life. And this is what we help our program members do. We not only give you a simple, sustainable, delicious meal plan, we not only give you safe, metabolism boosting, time efficient workouts you can do at home or at the gym. Most importantly, what we give you is a structure with built-in feedback loops, with built-in accountability, with built-in motivation that can help you have the system to keep you moving forward and keep you on track long term. That is the key. Feedback loops are key. As adults, we need to build these into our lives because we don't have teachers saying, this is your test. We got to give ourselves these tests, and that'll help us be more successful. And if you'd like us to give you a test, then join our programs. We'll happily give that to you and make sure you succeed. Make sure you get the power of feedback loops into your life, and that's going to change the game for you. Thanks for being here, my friend. I hope you found this idea empowering, impactful. If you did enjoy this, if you like the idea of feedback loops, comment below. I'd love to hear your reflections on this, and I'd love to hear if you're doing this in your life and seeing the benefits, or if you feel like you haven't been doing this and you see that this is a gap in your life, comment below too. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. It helps spread this message to more people who need to be using feedback loops in many areas of their lives. And of course, if you like this stuff on the mentality of health and fitness, stuff on the proper way to exercise, especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, nutrition, mindset, all of this amazing stuff, subscribe to our Fit Father and Fit Mother Project YouTube channels. We have hundreds of videos straight like this, to camera, no fluff, no filler, just value. We'd love to have you on our channels. So subscribe. We'll see you on our channel, my friend. Give us a thumbs up, comment below, and I'll talk to you very soon.
FitFatherProject.com